want to play something. Oh yeah, Silksong just came out. Silksong! Oh yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Only very positive? Weird. Okay. Yeah. One of the most hyped games of this decade. Looks good. Sure. Yeah. Let's give it a shot. What the hell is this? Ahoy hoy everyone. Remember that video I just made about the Quarion OST review? Where I reviewed the Quarion soundtrack by Apaolo Music for the upcoming game Quarion? Well, Quarion's out. I played it. I'm gonna give it my honest review. My mostly honest review. Because let's be honest, you know how I do things around here. I do things a little sloppy. Quarion is a 2025 Metroidvania game. Already some points off there. Somehow trying to compete with Silksong, which released like, what, a week later? Well, I guess the only difference is that I've played Quarion and not Silksong. But probably because I got Quarion for free because I made Apaolo Music get it for me. So I could review it. I got a review copy of the game, but oh man. You'll see in this review why I'm laughing right now. It went horribly. Like, this whole thing was a mess. I'm sorry. It was supposed to be a nice, coherent, like, I was gonna do like an angry video game nerd type thing as like a bit and like overplay it. Dude, it might not be a bit. So, yeah, it's made by Zejoant. It's basically upscale of Zejoant's mythic Geometry Dash level. I don't know what a mythic level is in Geometry Dash. Please fill me in if you know. I don't care. It's just like, from what I've seen, the only real difference is just that it's polished and actually plays like an actual video game, unlike Geometry Dash. There's lore as well. I'm not going to get into the lore. You can ask Apaolo Music about the lore. Jesus, whole thing's a mess. So, let's get into Quarion. Is this the best Metroidvania of 2025? I fucking hope not. Quarion starts out like your average Metroidvania where you're dropped into the world and you just gotta keep going. Damn. Why is Paulo's gameplay so fast? Is he... Bro's actually speedrunning. Okay, you get a sense of the gameplay here. The controls are honestly very tight. There's no, like, performance bugs or anything like that. So I have to commend Zejoant on that. Basically, you run around collecting mangoes or blocks fruit or whatever you want to call them. And you do the Metroidvania thing of sort of, just collecting things, getting keys to open doors to different places, and fighting bosses along the way. And this is like a mixture of sort of Metroidvania, but also it's Celeste. It's like a Celeste ripoff too. Here's one of the bosses. It looks like a Mario boss. Whatever. This isn't my gameplay because I didn't record any gameplay for this. I told Paula to record it for me. The game's difficulty, I would say, is difficult for a regular gamer and exceedingly difficult for a Neanderthal like myself. I died a lot during this game in places where you really shouldn't have died, like, at all. It was embarrassing. And honestly, the boss fights gave me less trouble than some of the just normal rooms of the game. Listen, I played Celeste, but I wasn't that good at it. This game suffers from just... It's not the most fun. I mean, it's kind of fun whenever you get like a new power-up and you get this little chuddy cutscene of your little guy getting the aura within him. But, oh wait, the video's up, hold on. I like the idea of Metroid, I like the idea of Castlevania. But neither of those games really clicked with me. Especially when I was a kid. If I liked them as a kid, I'd probably like them now, but it just didn't turn out that way. I was too busy playing Metal Slug and Portal 2 when I was a kid, instead of like Metroid. But Quarion is a completely solid, relatively polished game. I'd like to say bad things about it, I really would, because I died so much. But I really can't, honestly. I was gonna do a bunch of bits and stuff, but, you know, it's a solid game. It's 99 cents. I'm going to avoid directly talk about how much playtime I have on the game until a little bit later, because it's a little bit egregious, but it's whatever. In terms of game length, the game should take you around 1.5 to 2 hours to beat. Or to beat, like, say like 1.5 hours to beat, then 2.5 hours to beat completely. Because there's a normal ending, and then there's a secret true ending, which I really appreciate. I didn't expect Zejoant to put in a secret ending or anything like that. So I imagine that must have taken a lot of work. Probably more work than Team Cherry put into Silksong. But I digress. So, is Quarion the best Metroidvania of 2025? Probably. I mean, it's good. There are a couple things that are nonsense. Like, Paula didn't record any gameplay of the normal ending final boss. Or just the final boss in general, I guess, because the other one's just a secret boss. Yeah, the final boss. There's this thing where you have to like jump on his head, but you can only jump on his head during specific times in the boss fight. But there are points when he's just doing his like normal attacks before he goes into the position where you can jump on him, or you can jump over him and he'll like jump out of the way. It'll sort of like speed up the process of the battle, so you can get to like him going prone for you and submitting to you and subbing to you faster, essentially. But there were so many points in that fight when I would jump over him and he would just like, instead of jumping out of the way, he would just jump into me, jump up into me and kill me. I think another complaint I have is the Holy Mantle item. Come on, man. I gotta collect all the mangoes to get the Holy Mantle. I know the Holy Mantle's good. It's kind of bullshit, though. I didn't like playing with the Holy Mantle that much. It kind of threw me off my game. And also that one of the final areas when you're going down the very bottom left of the screen. What was that, Zejoant? That took me hours. I don't care if I'm slightly spoiling how long the game took for me to beat. It took me hours to beat that final section of just platforming. That was tough. It felt good once I completed it. That was like holy dopamine, but seriously, man, come on. Ease up. I'm an old timer. But it is what it is. The ending of the game. Normal ending's not satisfying at all. At all. Secret ending, the secret true ending, satisfying. I'd say so. Let's get into two other things about this game. There was this Easter egg of Apaolo music that I found, and I really didn't appreciate it. It made me feel uncomfortable. I didn't like just his face being there, and the music for this Easter egg room being just Paulo telling me to watch Andor Season 2 over and over and over again. Honestly should have been taken out of the game, and Zejoant, can you please patch this? It's really messed up. So let's get into the secret ending. After you don't have to get the Holy Mantle item from the shop by collecting all the mangoes, but it's highly suggested that you do because it gives you an extra hit. It's not called the Holy Mantle, it's an Isaac thing. It's like the bubble or whatever from the shop. But you have to, in order to get access to this, you have to have collected every single mango on the entire map. Okay, now this, Zejoant.
Listen to me, boy. Some of those mangoes weren't nice to get. You put them in some pretty difficult places. Some of those mangoes I didn't like getting. Took me a while to get them mangoes. I'm just saying. Could have made the mangoes a little bit more obtainable.
But yeah, after you collect all the mangoes and all the shard pieces, because there are also shard pieces just like hidden around the map that you gotta find as well. There's 5 shard pieces. Certainly a collectathon. And yeah, one of them you have to buy from the shop. I should say that. So you get all the shard pieces, you get the Holy Mantle. That part's optional though, but you should get it. And then you fight the witch. Was that anything? I don't know, man. Apaolo Music hyped up this boss so much and said that I was going to die hundreds and hundreds of times to this boss. The boss was actually really fun. This was probably one of my favorite parts of the game. Has a nice variety of attacks, feels like a bit of a Toho game at points. I really liked it though. This attack was kind of nonsense. This one I got hit the most with, just because it's stupid. This one was pretty easy. Gameplay commentary. Yeah, oh my gosh, holy clip farm. How Paulo managed to die there, I do not know. But yeah, it's a nice, satisfying boss that is a lot better than the actual final boss of the game. Actual final boss of the game kind of sucks and is mid. I want to see a Quarion 2, honestly. I'd play it if I got another free copy. And again, apparently there's a bunch of lore, ask Apaolo Music about it. I think it's about, like, indigenous people and, like, genocide. It's the same gluck nonsense that Apaolo Music always comes up with. But What do I rate this game? Before I rate it, I have to show you my completion screen. And let's talk about it and unpack it for a second. First of all, this is my completion screen for the normal ending. Pretty normal, a lot of jumps, 310 deaths. I feel like it's not too bad. And 2 hours is long, but it's not that bad. Never in my wildest dreams would I have ever imagined that this game would take me 6 hours to complete. I 100%ed it, but that was just because I got all the mangoes and got the Holy Mantle. 1,096 deaths. 6 hours. This 99-cent indie game took 6 hours of my life. Zejoant, are you kidding me? So, based on these factors, I have to give Quarion a 0 out of 100. Go back to Geometry Dash, Zejoant, and Apaolo music. Unless I get a special thanks credit in Quarion too.